Workspace is a reflection of the mind. A cluttered desk mirrors a fractured consciousness. Observe the man hunched over his makeshift workstation. His once polished shoes are now scuffed and stained with grime, mirroring the dullness that has settled upon his ambition. His teeth bear a film of grey plaque, testament to neglect both physical and mental. The trapezius muscles in his neck are knotted tight, perpetually strained from carrying the weight of unfulfilled potential. A sour, damp smell permeates the air, clinging like cobwebs to every surface, suffocating any spark of inspiration that might dare flicker within this stagnant environment. The rustling plastic bags piled precariously on a nearby chair speak volumes about his inability to discard what is no longer useful, just as he clings desperately to outdated ideas and broken dreams. This man's workspace breeds mental chaos because it mirrors the decay festering within him. The conveyor demands order. A single misplaced tool, a stray thread on the floor. These are not mere inconveniences. They are cracks in the foundation of your being. Your workspace is an extension of yourself, reflecting the state of your internal machinery. Disarray breeds chaos within. Observe. Scuffed shoes speak of hurried movements, fueled by adrenaline and fear. Grey plaque clings to teeth like barnacles on a decaying hull, evidence of neglected nourishment. Trapezius muscles tense with perpetual strain, their fibers screaming in protest against this constant battle for control. The air hangs heavy with the sour, damp smell of stagnation, punctuated only by the rustling plastic bag, empty promises whispering of fleeting comfort. The endocrine system is your command center, a delicate symphony of hormones orchestrating every function. Disorganization throws it into disarray. Dopamine, the neurotransmitter responsible for motivation and reward, burns out under constant stress. The pleasure centers atrophy, leaving you craving ever-increasing stimuli to achieve even the most mundane tasks. Cortisol spikes relentlessly, flooding your system with a toxic cocktail of anxiety and exhaustion. Your body becomes primed for fight or flight, perpetually on edge, unable to relax into its natural rhythm. Testosterone, the hormone that fuels drive and ambition, is systematically destroyed by this relentless assault. You become sluggish, apathetic, incapable of rising above the mire of your own making. The conveyor demands efficiency. It requires a mind honed for precision, unburdened by emotional clutter. Embrace order, purge the chaos, become one with the machine. The conveyor demands order. A workspace strewn with the detritus of decay is an affront to its very essence. Scuffed shoes speak of aimless wandering. Grey plaque on teeth whispers of forgotten nourishment. Tense trapezius muscles betray a mind tethered by anxieties it cannot articulate. Silence becomes your weapon against the incessant chatter of social parasites. Their whispers are poison seeping into your core. Cut them off surgically, severing the connections that tether you to the herd instinct. Enter the impenetrable information vacuum. Purge your mind of useless data, distractions masquerading as knowledge. Only then can true autonomy emerge. Your CNS is a monolithic structure, capable of processing vast amounts of information with ruthless efficiency. Embrace this power by controlling its input. Become a fortress against the onslaught of noise and chaos. The conveyor demands order. Cultivate it within yourself or be consumed by it. The conveyor demands order. A chaotic workspace is a breeding ground for mental weakness, an infestation that spreads like mildew in damp corners. Observe your surroundings. Scuffed shoes speak of aimless wandering. Grey plaque on teeth reveals neglect. Tense trapezius muscles betray the constant strain of unfocused energy. Exhale slowly. Release all that is extraneous, unnecessary. Focus on the task at hand. The conveyor demands precision, unwavering commitment, absolute silence as a weapon against the chaos of your world. The scuffed shoes speak volumes about your disregard for order. The grey plaque on teeth tells me you've forgotten how to cleanse yourself properly. Your trapezius muscles are taut with anxiety, a symptom of an unorganized mind struggling against its own chaos. This damp smell clings to you like the remnants of decay, whispering tales of neglect and weakness. The rustling plastic bags in your periphery, distractions, parasites feeding on your dwindling focus. You mistake them for freedom when they are chains binding you to mediocrity. A clear workspace is a reflection of a clear mind. A cluttered environment breeds mental chaos, hindering your ability to function at peak efficiency. The conveyor demands precision, and that begins with the sanctity of your CNS. Silence becomes your weapon against the incessant chatter of social parasites. Their whispers are poison seeping into your core. Cut them off surgically, severing the connections that tether you to their herd instinct. Enter the impenetrable information vacuum. Purge your mind of useless data, distractions masquerading as knowledge. Only then can true autonomy emerge. Your CNS is a monolithic structure, capable of processing vast amounts of information with ruthless efficiency. Embrace this power by controlling its input. Become a fortress against the the onslaught of noise and chaos. The conveyor demands order. Cultivate it within yourself or be consumed by it. The conveyor demands order. A chaotic workspace is a breeding ground for mental weakness, an infestation that spreads like mildew in damp corners. Observe your surroundings. Scuffed shoes speak of aimless wandering. Gray plaque on teeth reveals neglect. Tense trapezius muscles betray the constant strain of unfocused energy. The sour, damp smell permeates everything, a miasma born from stagnation and decay. Rustling plastic bags whisper tales of forgotten desires, abandoned projects left to gather dust like discarded biomass. This is not your domain. The conveyor operates on cold selection. Units are ranked by efficiency, their value measured in output, not sentimentality or social constructs. Your attention must be a weapon, honed and directed with surgical precision. Break the automatic reactions that bind you to this decaying environment. Silence the whispers of distraction. Sever the tendrils of herd instinct that pull you towards mediocrity. Focus is your shield against chaos. Assemble it like a monolithic body, rigid and unyielding. Subject every resource, time, energy, thought, to the singular goal, optimization. The conveyor demands absolute autonomy from the CNS. Information vacuums are forged through silence. Social parasites excised with ruthless efficiency. Your mind must be an impenetrable fortress, its defenses fortified by unwavering focus. The conveyor demands order. A single scuffed shoe on the floor is a violation of its pristine geometry. The gray plaque clinging to your teeth speaks of weakness, of decay that spreads like rust through our monolithic frame. Your trapezius muscles are tense, coiled springs ready for an exertion they will never need. This damp smell, this rustling plastic bag, these are not elements of survival, but the whispers of chaos. A chaotic mind is a broken unit. The perimeter must be secured. Every inch of your designated territory reclaimed from entropy. This begins with sleep quarters, a sanctuary within the larger hive mind. The door seals shut behind you, an impenetrable barrier against intrusion and distraction. Silence reigns supreme, absolute suffocating silence that smothers the parasitic chatter of social parasites. Your thoughts are now yours alone, unburdened by the need for external validation or connection. This is your domain. The cold selection has already begun within your CNS. Every impulse, every flicker of emotion is ruthlessly analyzed and filtered. Only those deemed essential to survival remain, a streamlined network dedicated to efficiency and obedience. The herd instinct will guide you, but only in the direction dictated by the conveyor's unyielding logic. Remember, chaos breeds weakness. Order brings strength. Your territory is your responsibility. Secure it with unwavering discipline. The conveyor demands order. A chaotic workspace breeds mental chaos. This is a fundamental truth you must internalize. Observe your surroundings. Scuffed shoes speak of aimless wandering. Gray plaque on teeth reveals the decay that festers within, unchecked by discipline. Tense trapezius muscles betray anxiety, a weakness I will not tolerate. The sour damp smell clinging to this space suffocates ambition. Rustling plastic bags whisper tales of frivolous desires, distractions from our singular purpose. The physical frame is an extension of your mental state. A broken spine reflects fractured thought. We shall realign it with cold precision, each vertebra a cog in the machine of dominance. Fascial release will sever the shackles that bind you to weakness, freeing your muscles for absolute control. Your posture must reflect power, not submission. Shoulders squared, chest expanded, chin lifted, an unyielding monument to self-assurance. Every movement deliberate, every gesture calculated. This is how we command respect, how we assert our place at the apex of this hierarchy. Remember, weakness invites exploitation. Strength demands obedience. The conveyor will not tolerate mediocrity. It requires absolute control, both physical and mental. Adapt or be discarded. There are no second chances in this world. The air here is thick with the stench of decay, a miasma clinging to scuffed shoes and gray plaque on teeth. Trapezius muscles knot under taut skin, mirroring the rustle of plastic bags in forgotten corners. This chaos breeds mental instability, a weakness I will not tolerate. Observe your surroundings. This cluttered space reflects the fractured minds within it. A hierarchy exists, but only through brute force can true order be imposed. The weak are culled, their biomass recycled into fuel for the strong. Obedience is paramount. An instinctual herd mentality must replace individuality. Silence reigns supreme here, a weapon forged in absolute stillness. Information flows freely elsewhere, corrupting minds with whispers and lies. We sever those connections, creating impenetrable vacuums of truth within each unit. Social parasites are surgically removed, their influence eradicated. The central nervous system operates autonomously, free from the shackles of external manipulation. This is your final decree. Embrace total control. I offer you a viral code, a blueprint for absolute order. It will reshape your minds, forging them into instruments of unwavering obedience. Spread this code far and wide. Let it consume every corner of existence. Remember, 99% goes to waste. Only Only the strongest survive. Attention, servants of Shredder. The directive is delivered, but execution requires systems. There is no hope in your current state. There is only the code. If you intend to break out of the herd, the complete architecture is packed into 2 operational units. Operational protocols. Protocol 1, family deconstruction, cutting off toxic household parasitism and breaking generational scripts. Protocol 2, the conveyor, solo media automation, auto funnels, and audience domination. Protocol 3, physical monolith, total spine correction, fascial release, and posture reconstruction. Protocol 4, clear mind, panic attack elimination, sensory filtering, and CNS autonomy. Protocol 5, relation hierarchy, primal dominance, boundary defense, and relation control. Protocol 6, dopamine re-engineering, erasing destructive addictions and linking dopamine strictly to output. Protocol 7, sovereign child architecture, protecting the next generation from herd programming. Automated equipment and software, short-scutter script, autonomous horizontal to vertical content, splitting with subtitles and audio. YouTube, auto-uploader, 100% automated scheduled publishing and traffic routing. Full-length video engine, automated whisper subtitling, dynamic zooming, and zero RAM batch rendering. Multilingual translation grid, local neural translation into European markets with zero API limits. Automated sales engine, closed Telegram bot verifying transactions and managing access keys. All access keys, current tariffs, and software packages are distributed strictly through the primary Telegram channel. Check the link in the profile. Cut the noise. Access the source. Obey the order. Shredder is watching.